Hey guys, John here. Let's take a look at the Lexus TX. This one is the 350 Luxury. So ToyotaJeff and I, we just drove this TX, but I want to show you the interior and exterior, and then I will give you guys our driving impressions. So this one is the 350. What is powering it is a 2.4 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder 8-speed transmission. This one is a front-wheel drive model, so you can get a front-wheel drive model or an all-wheel drive model on this new TX. This color is called Caviar on this one, so we have a little bit of chrome accents around the windows. These wheels are 22s. You can get them in 20s, but it's optioned up to 22s. Taking a closer look at the Caviar color, it's kind of like a peppered dust black. So when you get really close to it with the light hitting it, it's gonna have kind of like some pepper color to it, but then when you step back, it's more of a black that you guys can see over there. I missed in the back, this is a whole nice LED light here. Lexus is going away from having their logo on the back. Instead, they're starting to spell it out on a lot of their vehicles. You'll see that in the GX, the new LX, the RX, like all of them are having Lexus written out in the back there, and you have a full LED, and you have a full LED brake light bar. Coming around the side, you guys can see a nice side profile view of it. What do you guys think? Let me know. And then we will look at the front real fast before diving on into the interior, because there's something cool about the interior of this one that I want to show you guys. So with these new TXs, you have the signature Lexus swoosh right here on the front headlights. You also have one single projector, so it's both your low beam and high beam right there in the projector. You have the very signature Lexus spindle grille right here too. So kind of looks like the RX a little bit, but evolutionized in the front, because we don't have the Lexus 3D logo anymore. What we do have is a 2D logo right here on the top, and again, that Lexus swoosh. So the headlight DRLs, they also function as your blinkers. They kind of go into that upper portion of the grille, and then where that upper portion of the grille is, you could see the radar sensor right there under the Lexus symbol, and also your camera for your full 360 camera view. You also have LED fog lights down at the bottom. We're heading on into the inside. So the door handles for this, they are the electronic doors. So you just press on the back to open it up. We do have blind spot monitoring in the mirrors, nice acoustic glass on this whole vehicle. We'll talk about how quiet it is in our driving impressions, but where this thing stands apart from the Grand Highlander, because these are both assembled in Indiana down the same assembly line, but this is a Lexus, not the Grand Highlander. So tons of soft touch is what you're going to notice in this. And even though this is the 350 Luxury, which is the highest 350, you'll still notice that there's soft touch everywhere. We have the 21 speaker Mark Levinson sound system in it. And then getting in, it's kind of like the RX on the inside, where everything swoops with the dash. It's kind of a uniform dash with it. You can even see in the door cards how it goes up and integrates into the dash. So it kind of reminds me of the Lexus RX. You do have the nice digital screen right here, a 14-inch screen with Lexus's newest infotainment, the dual climate control, everything in here, heated ventilated seats, wireless chargers, 7 USB-Cs throughout this whole vehicle. You have your parking assist on this one, the 360 camera view, which is pretty cool on this vehicle. Digital shifter. All of our drive modes, all-wheel drive vehicles, they'll have additional buttons down there for additional traction. And then our center console here, it is able to open up both ways. So if the driver needs something, he can grab it. The passenger will still have an armrest, and same thing over here on the passenger side. Again, just soft touch everywhere, how it goes down here under the dash where my knee was right here on the center console. We have soft touch right up here too on the dash. Just everywhere you would see is soft touch. Even over here on the A-pillar, it's a nice kind of felt material compared to like the Grand Highlander. So the back seat is where things get a little bit different. So this is the only model of TX where you can get a bench seat here in the back, because it has a 2.4 liter turbo. So it doesn't have any of the hybrid components right here underneath, but you're still able to use this button right here. You just press it and the seat will fold forward and you can slide it. And then it has 2 seats in the back. So I believe the Grand Highlander, we had 3 seats in the back. I can't remember, but you do have 2 seats in the back here. These are electric compared to the Grand Highlander, which is nice. So you can move them forward and back. And then you do have the nice grab handle right here with your USB-Cs integrated in it too. You're able to step on up right here to get into the back seat, and then just move the seat back if you need. So this is cool too, because if you have a car seat right here, you can also slide the seat forward so it doesn't need to tumble. We'll take a look at the back cargo space. So you can fit 7 passengers in this, and also have 7 pieces of carry-on, just like the Grand Highlander. Automatic lift gate and kick gate is going to be standard on these TXs. And again, the nice thing here compared to the Grand Highlander is that our seats fold automatically, which is cool. It's a little bit slow as opposed to the Grand Highlander, but with the Grand Highlander, when you want to lift them back up, you have to like reach and pull them all the way back up. They were a little bit herky-jerky kind of on the Grand Highlander, but it is nice that you are able to fold both of these seats automatically. All right, Toyota Jeff, we are in the Lexus TX 350 Luxury. This one's the 2.4 liter Turbski with front wheel drive.
Nice. This is going to be a fun one to drive because we just got done driving the 500H, which is the hybrid version. So that was the same engine, but it was mixed in with a Lexus parallel hybrid system. It gave a lot of torque.
Tons of torque.
It was really smooth, really comfortable, and I'm hoping for good results with this one.
Yeah. But we're going downhill, so we're definitely not going to be using the engine right now.
We're letting gravity
take us.
It's like a roller coaster.
Definitely not as much torque as that 500H, that is for sure.
No, I could feel it accelerate, but I didn't feel it push me back in the seat like the hybrid did, which was a surprise there.
I mean, it moves it pretty well. So I was telling Jeff, like, this car compared to the Grand Highlander, right? Because that may be what people are going to start cross-shopping these at, because the Grand Highlander stops at like $55,000, and then you get into this price range of this one. This one, equipped as the Luxury, is around $65,000, right? So, but you're not getting the high-end engine, the high-end powertrain that you would in the Grand Highlander. You're more of just getting this 2.4 in this one. But this 2.4 compared to the 2.4 of the Grand Highlander, it feels like the same kind of driving, and you can give your impressions when you drive for your video, but it is a bit quieter in here. And that's kind of how I was thinking, how is Lexus gonna build these cars in the same assembly, the same plant, but differentiate them to especially warrant like the different price? What do you think?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And there is a big price difference. So we've got more power with the Lexus equivalent, and we've got just more refined features. Everything's soft touch here, and it feels like more of a premium type vehicle. So if you want, I don't want to say a budget full-size 3-row SUV, that could be Grand Highlander. But if you want the finer things in life, you know, Lexus's tag is experience amazing. There's some pretty amazing things in here. It feels different from Grand Highlander. Yes, it feels like I'm back home, the same vehicle, but it's not really the same at all. And actually, this one has several options on it. With delivery, this one will be right at about $60,000 if you got no options at all.
So like just the base model of it?
Yeah, it's got $4,000 or $5,000 in upgrades just so they can see what it can do.
Gotcha. But I mean, pretty quiet, and these roads here, obviously, we're in a very nice area of Austin, Texas, so the roads are paved very nicely, but really no creaks or rattles. And when we were driving out here, we were going about 65 to 70 miles an hour, and it's a very, very quiet ride for this one.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's smooth too. It's got independent McPherson front struts, suspension, 5-arm multi-link rear suspension. The one that we drove earlier, that had the adaptive variable suspension, so that kind of can fluctuate based on what type of road conditions and driving you're doing. This one here, it just feels really smooth, honestly.
Yeah.
The one thing I noticed when you were going up a hill, you do hear the engine noise. So if you're expecting, when we say quiet, we mean interior cabin.
Right.
It's very, very quiet. And on the way over, we didn't hear a lot of wind noise. Really didn't hear a ton of road noise. Maybe just the tires a little bit. Yeah. So that was nice. I didn't hear a lot of wind even coming off the side mirrors, which is kind of a nice thing to see or not see. I
mean, and you mentioned this engine with this one, this 2.4 and this, I feel it revs out, you know, because this vehicle is a heavier vehicle, right? And it is a 4-cylinder, so like it wants to rev out, which is fine, but it is a little bit quieter. Lexus must have sound deadened some stuff in this firewall area compared to the Grand Highlander, because I feel like I hear that 4-cylinder a little bit more in the Grand Highlander when we drove it. All right, guys, so what do you think about the Lexus TX 350 with the 2.4 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder? Let me know down in the comment section, and I'll catch you all in the next one. All right, see you later.